This is Cochem, said to be one of the prettiest towns in the Moselle, and it is easy to see why. Gorgeous German homes line the banks of the river, overseen by a fabulous castle high on the hill. Something straight out of a fairy tale. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more picturesque town. Surrounded by hills, climbing vineyards and a quaint village seemingly stuck in time, Cochem is a showstopper. And the piece de resistance is the town's most iconic feature, Reichsburg Castle. The original castle was obliterated by French troops in 1689 and remained a ruin for nearly 200 years, until a wealthy Berlin businessman passed through town and enjoyed way too much of the local wine.
And when he woke next morning, he realized he was the new owner.
How much did he pay?
So the story goes. He bought it very cheap for 300 Prussian thalers. That would be in today's money 4,000 euros more or less. But it was a ruin. And then he rebuilt the ruin after all plans. It took him almost 10 years and 5 million gold marks. And that would be a value today of nearly 45 million euros. Wow. So you can imagine that man wasn't only a bit wealthy, but stinking rich. This is the dining hall of the castle.
Wow. This is like Mum's wallpaper, Muzz, in our old house.
No.
No?
It's now wallpaper. It's all hand-painted with ornaments. A little bit of gold leaf on it. And in the whole castle, there is no wallpaper. Everything hand-painted.
That's incredible.
There are 10 rooms to explore, including the hunting room and a special room for knights.
With Handel's water music, we entered into the Knight's Hall.
Oh, I like
Largest room in the castle.
So did they have dances in here?
Yeah, I think so.
One of the highlights of the castle has to be its sensational views of the Moselle River and the gravity-defying vineyards. The Romans first saw potential in the Moselle's steep sloping hills, which are full of prehistoric slate formed 400 million years ago. Today, Riesling is the region's top pick. And if you're thirsty for more vine history, Muzz and I have stumbled across the Schlagkamp Wine Museum.
So, Andy, wine has been produced in this area for nearly 2,000 years, but obviously this isn't quite that old.
No, it isn't so old. This is more the modern way of wine production, but it goes back 200 years. So the winery was founded 1602, and this place we are here is the original cellars from my great-grandfather who built this.
The museum is chock full of vineyard knickknacks, but most importantly, there's exhibits to taste.
So, Andy, what is it about the Moselle region that makes it such a great place for Rieslings?
You've seen the steep sloped hills?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but this is the answer. Mainly the microclimate, which is extremely influenced by the slate, which heats up and gives the warmth to the valley, to position the face south-southwest, the wine, and this makes it perfect to grow white wine and to give it a long, long ripening.
Well, I'm hanging off every word you say, and I'm kind of waiting to try.
That is good, isn't it?
I'll have a flagon.
When you're ready to detox back on board Scenic Jasper, the crew will have the pool fired up and balmy. Not a bad way to soak in all the Moselle has to offer.